Resuming the custom card review streak, we're going to be talking about a batch of super EZAs coming in from our guy Coil Coiner. And before I go ahead and read his super EZAs, send me Dokkan concepts over to bhfcustomcards@gmail.com so get to your Dokkan concepts as soon as possible. I get all these recent and older Dokkan concepts out the way. Guys, been having a lot going on within the past month and a half, and my upload schedule has just been visibly terrible, as you guys can see. But with that being said, please bear with me. I'm trying to get my upload schedule back on track, but it's just been really tough. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so Coil says, "Hello, Dev. I didn't want to spam all these super EZAs in separate emails, so I figured I'd send them all in one go, starting with the first ever batch of Heroes EZAs. And shout out to you guys for continuously still sending these EZA concepts. You guys are the goats. Like, not even just EZA concepts, but Dokkan concepts in general. Bro, it's like every time I come back and do a video like this, it's like a fucking excuse, bro. Oh my god. I promise you guys. I mean, it does sound like an excuse, which it is. I'm never gonna cap it, isn't like something to like I can't even find the word. It's like not even nothing to pretend is not serious. Had a complete brain fart. But yeah, I'm yapping. Let's just go ahead and take a look at these cards. All right. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. Let's see what we got here. These are all super easy A's. I'm going to take a quick guess and say that this guy's probably garbage and this guy's probably garbage. This guy's probably going to be good because he has that dodge. She's going to be a great support. And this guy, if I remember correctly, he has guard and damage reduction. Or is it his guard? I don't remember. All right, so Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Super EZA. Okay, so his passive, that being Evolving for Conquest. 177% attack and defense, as well as disabling enemy guard and guarding unrestricted. Very nice. Plus additional 55% attack and defense and launches an additional super within the same turn when guard is activated. 33% attack and defense with each attack received up to 99%, so that's only 3 attacks he has to receive, and an additional 33% attack and defense with each attack perform up to 99%. So he can pretty much build up all his attack and defense between him receiving 3 attacks and performing 3 attacks within the same exact turn. And he gets 33% damage reduction after performing 3 or more attacks in battle. So it's so easy for this guy to activate his guard and get all those stats because within that first turn, you're going to obviously slap him inside slot 1. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil this. This batch of cards was sent in November of 2024. I am snitching on myself. And visibly, this guy will be absolute ass in today's meta, right? Because 177% attack and defense with the guard, you sit him in slot 1 against a relevant fight, he is getting dish ragged. So we're only thinking November of 2024 with his usage. So with that being said, this guy will be able to build up all that attack and defense easily because you slap him in the first slot, he'll take those 3 attacks, and he could do up to 3+ supers because he'll do his first super, he gets his guarantee super when he procs his guard, and you do have your hidden potential additional super or your additional normal, which will still build up his attack. And it will still proc his 33% damage reduction. So he's definitely looking like the best one so far. And he has a very good super attack effect. 30% attack and defense for 9 turns. Very nice. Very nice. Even in today's meta, it's still pretty damn good. It's still good. It is. But for today, it's like low stats, guard with 33% damage reduction. You guys know what Rose is going to do to this guy with him only having guard and 33% damage reduction. Rose is nuking this guy. It's nuking this guy. Especially if, God forbid, you use him on the Dragon Ball Heroes team, which, I mean, is a dead team, right? Could we very comfortably say that this team is dead once again? It's like this team gets its month of grace and it gets buried in the dirt again, right? Can we just comfortably say this guy with a super easy yay? Oh my god. Oh my god. So Darkness Toe. Okay, girl, let's see what you got, right? All right, so passive that being Visit of Darkness, 200% attack and defense baseline, cool. 100% attack and defense on attacking, cool. So that's 300% attack and defense plus. Additional 150% attack and defense, and additional 15% chance to dodge when there's a super class enemy, and 100% defense and 20% damage reduction when there is a extreme class enemy. She would not be helped by this, I would assume. Having only 20% damage reduction with a 50% chance to dodge to fall back on when going up against an extreme class enemy, she's getting touched. She really wants this additional 15% chance to dodge, so she can have up to a 65% chance to dodge and then 150% attack and defense. Yeah, she's getting touched, bro. She's getting fucked. Oh my god, she's gonna get destroyed. I would assume, even at the time, I would assume, because is this really saving her? Is this the 300% attack defense out of here as well as that additional 100% defense and 20% damage reduction? Probably not. Against a relevant boss back in November of 2024. I don't know. 50% chance to dodge, warranted. And extreme class allies getting 4 key and 50% attack defense. That's amazing support even today for the standards. And guaranteed dodge, 100% HP recovery, and extreme class allies getting 66% attack and defense when HP is 40% or below. So that's pretty much been carried throughout each and every one of her like kits from like her from her awakening into her EZA into this concept super EZA. This is very strong if you're able to proc this. Guaranteed dodge, Sensu being effect as well as her being able to give up to 4 key and 116% attack and defense. I think it's 116%. That's very good support. Very, very good. Dodge, damage reduction. Damage reduction is really nothing too crazy to gawk at because, you know, her defense is not going to be that crazy anyways. I would like to assume that even on the Dragon Ball Heroes team because she would get folded, right, against a real boss. But I'd assume you wouldn't bring her against a real boss, right? I'd assume even in today, she would be a immediate full dodge build. Same with this guy. He would be immediate full dodge build if released like this today. This would be pissy. This team needs an LR so bad, bro. So bad. Stop playing Dokkan. Give this damn team an LR. You're playing. Toa seems decent though. She seems decent. Okay. Baby Janemba. I'm assuming he's good because he's one of those characters that dodges and then he just keeps dodging. He keeps dodging. I was never high in this guy when I first got his EZA, but that's just me. Teach his own, right? So super attack, 30% attack in one turn as well as master learn defense. This could work with a character who needs to be debuffed to support their passive, but outside of that, he has a garbage super attack effect combination. Passive, Divergence of Evil and Hatred, recovers 15% HP and 178% attack and defense baseline, as well as a 50% chance to dodge, and he gets an additional 66% defense and a 16% chance to dodge within the same turn with each attack evaded. That is pretty damn good because if he dodges once, he's going to continuously dodge until the end of the turn, while also having that additional 66% defense, which will make his defense go up to a pretty substantial level. Granted, it's based off of the amount of attacks he dodges, right? And he also gets 178% attack and defense performing a super attack. Pretty nice. That's nice. Definitely manageable considering that he has a under that 200% attack and defense threshold, which would be nice if he did have it, but whatever. He also gives extreme class artificial life forms allies 2 key and 40% defense. Hey, support is support, right? And superclass artificial life forms characters get 30% defense. Cool. And he guards within the same turn after dodging an attack. Okay. So he'll be able to take a normal. I'm not gonna lie, he seems good. He seems good. Because this is one of those characters, so if he dodges, he just keeps dodging and dodging and dodging. He has the Weenie Hut Jr. support. Okay. Alright. He seems okay. Seems okay. Alright, so, what's his name again? Kid Buu, Bobbity, Absorbed, okay. 50% defense for one turn, as well as a 50% chance comes to stun the enemy. Nice, okay. That's a good super attack combination. So passive that being Expanding Magic, 200% attack and defense baseline. Nice, can't really hate that. So when you're above 82% or more HP, he gets 130% attack, 70% defense, and all allies, excuse me guys, get 2 key and 60% defense. Okay, that's Good support, I can't even lie. 60% defense is definitely helpful somewhere for this team, right? And recovers 10% HP and gets an additional 150% defense. So it swaps for that 130% attack. He also gets 70% attack in place of that defense. And all allies get 4 ki and 60% attack. Okay, when HP is 81% or below. Excuse me, guys, I had to take a drink of water. Alright. And crossover, power absorption, or demonic power. Allies get 1 ki and 10% attack and defense. Okay, this support is so ass. But this is good support. I'm not gonna lie. It's solid. Definitely solid. Guards after character has performed a super attack in battle. Okay, nice. And 77% defense for the rest of the battle that his character receives 2 or more attacks. Can I be honest? I'm not a fan of his design. Not a fan at all. Super reliant on his support. That'd be the only reason you bring him. Super reliant. Is guard and all this support gonna save him? I don't know. I'm not really impressed by him. Just support. Really. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only eye candy from this card. Not a fan. Not a fan personally. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Pycon's looking like. Okay, so his super attack. Okay, so he stacks attack and defense and greatly lowers attack. Okay. Instantaneous decision. Our boy Super Pycon. Okay. So 3 ki, 170% attack and defense baseline. Okay. Below the 200% attack and defense baseline, but hey, whatever. 50% attack and defense and launches a guaranteed super attack when attacking. I do like that a lot. And launches an additional attack that's a 70% chance to become a super attack when facing only one enemy. Alright, like that too. And 30% damage reduction for 3 turns. And launches an additional attack that's a 50% chance to become a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. For only 3 turns. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he'd be better off. Let's go ahead and remove that restriction and just let him have the damage reduction when facing only one enemy with that additional super attack chance, and then just make this dodge. Right? I make this like a 70% chance to dodge if you want. Sure. Because I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Facing 2 more enemies. Okay. 100% attack and defense when the enemy is attack, defense, stunned, or sealed. Well, attack down, defensive down status. So that will mean that this guy will be able to help. Granted, the enemy can be stunned, and this guy will be able to help, like I was talking about earlier. Yeah, okay. He has unrestricted guard. Cool. So my suggestion I made earlier would definitely be helpful for this guy if he had that damage reduction if he only facing one enemy. Worthy rivals or story figures, allies get 10% attack and 5% damage reduction. This is very worthless, that attack, but that damage reduction is pretty damn nice. Stacker with only 1 guaranteed super built in. Well, yeah, he only has 1 guaranteed super built in with 2 separate procs of additional super attack chances. With unrestricted guard with stacking, I don't think he has enough. Self-excluded on this too. Oh man. I don't think he has enough. But it's Pycon. You're working with what you got, right? He's just handicapped because he's Pycon. Not a fan. Not gonna lie. Okay, Gohan. Let's see what we got here. So 50% attack for 9 turns, okay? While sealing. I'm pretty sure that's because, super easy guys, they don't change these super attack effects. Just reading it off to remind myself. I love that he left this here too, to remind me of what they do. Okay, so passive, full power unleashed, 3 ki, 180% attack defense baseline, as well as additional 100% attack defense performing a super attack. Nice. And he gets 50% attack defense and 30% damage reduction with 3 or more keys obtained. He also gets a 50% chance to crit with 50% attack with 5 more keys obtained, and 50% defense with 30% damage reduction with 7 or more keys obtained. I do like that. And he's also a int orb changer. I do like that. Randomly changes key switch to and exclude it. I like that. And 10% damage reduction as a first attacker in a turn, so he's locked to slot 1 with having up to 70% damage reduction. I'm not gonna lie to you. Make this 20% damage reduction as the first attacker in a turn, and we're cooking. And make this up to 200% attack and defense, and then make this 150%. Bump up his stats. Make this 20% damage reduction. He is elite, boy. He's elite. Because, I get why his stats are on the lower end as well as these other guys here because it's Dragon Ball Heroes, right? And it's like, bro, if you're on the Dragon Ball Heroes team, you're immediately taxed because this team is only good one time per year. Like, it's so crazy. The Dragon Ball Heroes tax is so real, bro. And what I mean by the Dragon Ball Heroes tax is that you're just like handicapped by default. You get lower stats, and you're more often than not gonna get a mid-ass kid. And this guy seems pretty solid. 70% damage reduction plus with up to a 50% chance to crit with a solid amount of stats, I would say. He can have more stats, I would say. He's on the lower end for stats. He could definitely use a little bit more. For sure. But it's that Dragon Ball Heroes tax, man. He's definitely good. Not gonna lie. Let's see what Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Teen is looking like. This is a fire card art. I've always been a fan of this card art, bro. So dope. So, 50% attack and defense for 6 turns. Nice. And let me just double check that. That is 50% attack and defense for 6 turns, right? Where is he? He is old as hell. He's from like 2016, 2017? Right? His original card. Where is his original card? He's from like 2016, 2017. Right? No way. 2019? There's no way. I was way off. Wow. Okay, I stand immediately corrected. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyways, where is he? No way. There's no way. Seriously? No way. No way. I don't believe this. Where's the OG Dokkan wiki? Let me just... And this website has not been updated since... Bro. I will buy you guys coffee. Update this damn website, man. Oh my god. What's the fastest way I can get to Gotenks? I think I can get to him through here. Gotenks should be... What? He's Kamehameha, right? Should be Tech Kamehameha. He's right over here. There's no way in hell. Yeah, I knew he was 2016. What the fuck? I knew it. He released in Global... Bro, 3 years later? Almost 3 years later. Wow. That's so crazy. Oh my god, it's crazy work. I knew he's like 2016, 2017 because that card is old as fucking hell. Okay, so his passive, that being Spellbound Technique, 150% attack and defense baseline, as well as 120% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And he builds up 1 key up to 3 and 20% attack and defense up to 60% attack and defense each super attack performed. And he launches a guaranteed super as well as guards for 6 turns from character's entry turn. And 25% chance to dodge with each attack performed within the turn, as well as 77% defense and a 50% chance to crit after the character performs 3 or more attacks in battle. And he gives Super Saiyan 3 time limit or crossovers allies 50% attack and defense. Not gonna lie to you guys. So, okay. He definitely, that's 150. 120 here for the super. 60% attack and defense for each super attack performed. Granted, that is supported by the build up with that guarantee super. A 50% chance to crit. Builds up dodge within the same turn. probably not giving him enough credit, but after those 6 turns, he's pretty much worthless. He's pretty much worthless after these 6 turns. So he has that Golden Frieza archetype where he is effective for shorter fights, but within those shorter fights, he's definitely looking pretty damn good. That's solid support. It's like the key's not really needed. I mean, for these Dragon Ball Heroes characters, these Dragon Ball Heroes characters are fucking loaded with support, so he'll be completely fine. He'll be completely fine on key, as well as the characters that he's supporting. So I would say all right support. He, let's say he does 3 supers, he gets up to a 75% chance to dodge. With guard, he can do up to 3+ supers, being able to build up his passive immediately. He's probably better than what I'm giving him credit for. Probably way better than what I'm giving him credit for. Yeah. He seems alright. So he's alright, I would say. Gohan seems like the second best. I would say Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is the best, and this guy's like number 2. I would say maybe number 1, depending on who you're talking to. This guy is, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of buns. Kid Buu Poverty. Not a fan. Could you get something out of him with his support? Yes, but I mean, you're only running him for his all ally support. You're not running him for this trash ass 1 key and 10% attack and defense. That's pretty much a cherry on top of his support from being above that HP threshold as well as being below it, right? But yeah, Trunks is the best. Toa is alright. Janemba is probably number 3. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be about it. W cards by Coiner. But yeah, I think that's gonna be about it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Man. This man, Kid Buu Bobby. I'll catch you guys next video. I absolutely love you all. Peace.